I hope so. You all are fine. This is lower secondary checkpoint maths, and today we will learn from the graph or linear equation how to write the equation. So, in generally, the equation of straight line is y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the gradient, c is the slope intercept point. But we have another way to write linear equations with the help of coordinates. If we write 4 5 coordinates, we can analyze the equation of line is what. So we try one question number 4, and let's see. I will explain two different ways to solve this question. So one way is general way. So let's have a look how to solve this question by equation of straight line concept, and then we move on coordinate concept. Okay, as the general equation of straight line is y is equal to mx plus c, and in this case m is the gradient. How to find m? By using this formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and c is the slope intercept point, the line where it touches the or intersect y-axis. So if you see the y-axis, the y intersect point is basically slope intercept point, and that is exactly 0. If you check carefully, this is the point where c equals 0, and where the line curves the y-axis, that point is called slope intercept point. And how to figure it out? M, choose any 2 points from this line. Let's suppose I'm choosing 1 point or one coordinate here. In this coordinate, x is -2 and y is 4. I need one more coordinate, so we can choose any other, like +2, and here we have -4. So if we have these two coordinates, how to find the gradient? We know the formula, so just apply the formula and replace the values. Y2 minus y1, so -4 over 2 minus +2, it would be -8 over 4, which gives me -2. So now we know that c is 0, m equal -2. Just replace here in the equation of straight line. We will find out the required equation, which is y is equal to -2x plus 0, but no need to write 0 because there is no use. So y is equal to -2x. Now this is the one way to write equation of straight line. The another way, we need to write minimum 5 coordinates, and we will try to analyze what is the link from x to y. So see, I'm drawing one table. So if I write few coordinates with the help of this line, see those coordinates, how they help us. The first one is x and second one is y. If I say x is, choose few negative, like x is -4, then y is 8. So when x is -4, y is 8. And if x is -2, so y we have 4. And if x is 0, y is also 0 because it is at origin exactly. And if we have 2, we have -4. So clearly you can see that from x to y, the relation is what? Always double. Like 8 is the double of -4. 0 will not help us, but this 4, the value of y4 is the double of 2, but opposite, sign is opposite, okay? And if you check the next one, 2 is the double of 1, 4 is the double of 2, but opposite sign. So clearly we can say that the link between y to x is 2x. But remember that 2x not will work. Why? Because values are having opposite sign. For example, if you write here 1, you must have -2. Yes? So write -2x. So with the help of table, you can write also the answer. One more thing, how you come to know the gradient is negative. See the line in question number 4, from left to right, it goes down. Whenever the line goes down, gradient is always negative. If the line goes from left to right up, the gradient would be positive. Okay, so clearly here gradient is negative. We also find out in this case, and that's why we can replace here -2 to get our answers correct. So this will work. So these are the ways. Yes, viewers, we will discuss now about linear equations. What type of linear equations we can see in the graph? We know the linear equation are straight lines, but straight lines can be slopy, a straight line can be horizontal, a straight line can be vertical. So when it is vertical, when it is horizontal, or when it is slopy, so remember that whenever you have a gradient value, so we always have a slopy line. As you can see that these are few graphs. This is x-axis, this is x dash, y dash. So along from 0 to right, we have positive value, 0 to left, negative, 0 to up, positive, and same as 0 to down, negative. So for example, if I say y is equal to x, this is a line and it is a slopy line. How we come to know it's a slopy line? Because there is gradient and the value which comes before x is 1. Means here gradient is 1. So whenever you have gradient positive and there is a gradient, so we can say that it's a slopy line. This is a slopy line. And how to draw? As we know that x and y are equal. So if x is 1, y is 1, x is 2, y 2, x is 3, y 3. Same as if x is -1, y is -1. Same as. So we have a slopy line and we can draw like this way. It's better we choose this one. So this is the line. This line is basically a linear equation or a straight line but slopy. Okay. This is slopy line, and it is y is equal to x. Now, when we have a horizontal line or when we have a vertical line, see if I give you one example, let's suppose I have y is equal to, let's suppose y is equal to 2, fine. So when y is equal to 2, that means this is still a line, but in this case, the coordinate of y are fixed. For example, if I ask you one question, what are the coordinate of this line? So you can variate or change the coordinate of x, but 2 will fix a y coordinate. Means you can say that 0, comma 2. You can say that 1, comma 2. Look, I'm not changing the y coordinate. Y coordinate is fixed. We can say that 2 comma 2, like 3 points are enough to draw a line. So if I say plot these points on the graph paper, so here we have 0, each box equal 1, so 0 2 is here, fine. And once you have a concept, if you know y is equal to 2 or y is equal to any constant, choose that point. From there you draw straight away a horizontal line. But here look how I'm plotting these points. First plug in the graph. So 1 comma 2 point is here, 2 comma 2, so 2 unit right, 2 unit up, the point is here. Same as if you want to check -2 and this 2 is fixed, so -2 unit left and 2 unit up. So you will find out the straight line which is a horizontal line as well. Means if we connect all these points, the way you will see it's a horizontal line like that. This line is called y is equal to 2 or horizontal line. So the name of this line, we can say that y is equal to 2 or horizontal line. I hope so it is clear. Now I will give you one more example. For example, in some cases, maybe x is fixed. Let's suppose x is 3. If I say x is equal to 3, in this situation, x coordinate is fixed. If I say write few coordinate of this line, which is x is equal to 3, and it is a vertical line, so we can say that the value of x coordinate is fixed and we can change the value of y coordinate. Like you can say that 3 comma 0, 3 comma 1, 3 comma 2, and see I'm changing only y coordinates. 3 is fixed. So if I say plot these points, so where you will plot, here we have 0, from 0 to 3 unit right, exactly this point we have 3 comma 0, and 3 comma 1 means 1 unit up, same as 3 comma 2, 2 unit up, same as if you check 3 comma minus 2, so you will find here. So it means we have a line vertical and it shows x is equal to 3. So whenever you have x coordinate fixed, that line is always vertical line. This line is a vertical line and it is x is equal to 3. You can say that this is vertical line, and here x is what? X is equal 3. I hope so it is clear. So remember, whenever we have x equal any constant, it can be positive, it can be negative, we always have vertical line. Whenever y is equal to any fixed number, it can be a positive number, it can be negative number. Even y is equal to 0 is also a horizontal line. X is equal to 0 is also a vertical line which pass through from origin and straight away up. And when y is equal to 0, it is exactly x-axis, that is y is equal to 0. But still it is horizontal line, okay? Now, next we can give one example of negative gradient. For example, if we have y is equal to minus x. In this case, our gradient is negative. Yes. So when gradient is negative, as I said before, line will move or goes from left to right down. Okay. If I say choose any point, if you choose x positive one, y would be negative one. Like x, if you choose positive one, y would be negative one. If you choose x2, y would be minus 2 because of this minus. Yes. So if I say plot these values, one, this is origin. So 1 unit right, 1 unit down here, 2 unit right and 2 unit down here. Same as if x is negative, then y would be positive. Like for example, minus 2, so 2 unit up. So you will find the line like that. And if you draw, you will see the line will go from left to right down like that. This is still a slopy line, but in this case, our gradient is negative. So we can say that this is also a slopy line, also a slopy line. And in this case, our gradient is negative. And the equation or line is y is equal to minus x. I hope so. The concept is clear. When gradient is positive, the line will go from left to right up. Or when the gradient is negative, the line will move from left to right down. And when we have y is equal to 2, that means we have a horizontal line. When x is equal to 3, we have a vertical line. But nobody asked me about what is the gradient when y is equal to 2. So in horizontal line, gradient is always 0. But in vertical line, there is no gradient, undefined. See, we can check. For example, we know the formula of gradient, yes? So gradient formula says y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I'm checking on this line. Choose any 2 points, any two coordinates. We have three. So if I say m is equal to, I'm choosing the first two. So 2 minus 2 over 1 minus 0, which gives me 0 over 1 equals 0. So look here, gradient m equals 0. And if I check in second vertical line, choose any two coordinates, but the rule is same, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So if I say the y2, let's suppose y2 is y1, so 1 minus 0 over 3 minus 3. So here, in this case, you have 1 over 0. So 1 over 0 is basically what? Infinity. There is no answer. So once it's infinity, we simply say here gradient is undefined, undefinable, undefinable. And here gradient is what? M equals 0 when you have horizontal line. And when it is vertical line, undefined, when we have a slopy and it moves left to right up, gradient is positive. And when it moves down from left to right, gradient is negative. I hope so you have clear when it is slopy, when it is horizontal, when it is vertical, everything is clear. Yes, viewers, now we will apply the same idea concept about slopy line, horizontal line, and vertical line in this question number 6 by looking at each of the following equations, decide whether if points were plotted, they would produce horizontal, vertical line, or slopy line. So whenever you have a gradient, either it is positive or negative, we have slopy line. So first one we have gradient 1, so this is slopy. You can say that this is slopy line. And if you check B part, still we have gradient 1, so it is slopy. This is slopy line. And when x is fixed, as I said, when x is fixed, this is vertical line. This is vertical. And when gradient is negative, still it is slopy, but line will go from left to right down. So this is slopy. And next, if I check the y is equal to 6, whenever y is any constant number, either it is positive or negative, always horizontal line. So this is horizontal line. And again, x is equal to -2, either it is positive or negative, still it is vertical line. Vertical line. And next, g part, as you can see that the gradient is 4. So it means there is a gradient, so it must be a slopy line. Slopy line. And if we check the last one, as you can see that there is a gradient and gradient is in negative form, and the line will go from left to right down, but still it is a sloping line. Okay. So idea is what? If you have a doubt to confirm or make sure how to say it is slopy or how to say it is vertical or how to say it is horizontal, just take or write few coordinates and plot on the graph paper. You will come to know when it is horizontal, you will feel that it's a straight line parallel to x-axis. When you plot few coordinate of vertical line, you will feel that line is parallel to y-axis. And when you have a gradient, of course, sure, that line is a slopy line. Either it is with positive gradient or negative gradient. I hope so it is clear how to recognize slopy line, horizontal line, and vertical line. Thank you for watching my video.